Hey guys, how's it going? Kadao here. Today guys, I will be going over everything that came with this new GTA 5 Online summer update. If there's a portion of the information in this video you guys are more interested in over the rest, please feel free to skip to any of these timestamps. Also guys, I want to mention before we continue with this video, I will be going over the cars that are in this, but I also want to let you guys know that when I am looking at these cars, I don't own all the cars. I wasn't able to get all of them, but I was trying to get as many as I could, and I did get most of them. So for some of these you will see some images. I apologize, but for the majority of the cars, you will see some cool shots of the cars. Anyway guys, let's get straight into the video. Okay guys, so the first thing we're covering surrounding this new summer update are the cars. Now there have been many requests surrounding vehicles in GTA over the past few years from the car community, me included. There just didn't seem to be enough customization for stance builds, old muscle cars, sports cars, etc. Although they have made a valiant effort with the Dinka Ballista Kanjo, the Karen Sultan Classic, the Ubermax Zion Classic, and even the Dinka Sugoi in their most recent Casino Heist update, it didn't really spark a high interest to many. This update has really improved on this topic. Now in GTA 5 Online, there's a new category of wheels called Street. This is an amazing new addition for the car community, as the styles of rims, the variety of tire text are far more varied compared to the original 7-wheel categories. They've also added a few new off-road rims which are partnered with their counterparts in the street category, the Steelies and hubcaps. Now we move on to the cars themselves. There are 9 all-new vehicles and 6 new variants of pre-existing vehicles. The first new car on the list is the Meibatsu Penumbra FF, personally one of my favorites in this update. This sports car can be purchased from Southern San Andreas for $1,380,000 and can be stored as a personal vehicle. It has a wide variety of add-ons from bumpers to splitters or exhaust. Some of you may even recognize from the outside of the GTA world. For those of you that enjoy stancing your cars, shooting the rims can show bullet holes and can be quite frustrating. The Penumbra FF has quite the selection of suspension, as well as allowing you to stance and camber without the use of a weapon. This car can be resold for an estimate price of $828,000. Next we have the BF Club. This car takes after the 1980s Mark I Volkswagen Golf. You can pick this amazing compact up for a price of $1,280,000 on Southern San Andreas. This also counts as a personal vehicle and can be resold for an estimate price of $768,000. Once again, this car has amazing customization and looks really nice with the new street rims. Next we have the Dundreary Landstalker XL. This SUV is the second generation of the original Landstalker, as we've all seen lurking the streets of Los Santos. This comes in at a price tag of $1.2 million from Southern San Andreas. Personally, I don't think this price is right, but it is what it is. This vehicle is a 4-door personal vehicle that can be sold for roughly $732,000. There really isn't too much to say about this car, and the reason I have no shots of this vehicle is because, well, you get the point. Next is the Imponte Beater Dukes. This variant of the original Dukes costs $378,000 from Southern San Andreas and can be resold for roughly $226,800. This is also a personal vehicle and can be customized to your liking. Although this car does come, hence the name, a bit beaten up, it can also be repaired and looking good as new. I'm actually quite happy that they added this customization feature for people interested in making different variants of the Dukes. The next vehicle on this list is the Canis Seminole Frontier. This car comes in at $678,000, also from Southern San Andreas. This car can be turned into a daily driver in the city, or it can be turned into a rugged retro off-roader that can scale mountains and tread through mud with ease. The Seminole Frontier can be resold for a price of roughly $406,800. This car is personally one of my favorites in this summer update. Okay guys, now we can move on to the Benny's vehicles. First we have the Albany Manana Custom. This is one of the brand new variants of the Benny's vehicles. This car can be purchased for $10,000, but you can easily find this on the streets of Los Santos. With an additional Benny's upgrade fee, this car costs $925,000 in total. This car can be resold for roughly $555,000. The next new Benny's vehicle in this update is the Vapid Peyote Custom. This car is amazing for a retro-style lowrider or even just a classy convertible. The Peyote Custom sells for a base price of $38,000 but can also be found on the streets, but slightly harder to find than the Manana. This car costs $620,000 with Benny's upgrades. And you can resell this car with Benny's upgrades for around $360,000. $772,000. Then we have the Bravado Gauntlet Classic Custom. This luxurious retro muscle is definitely worth the money. This can be turned into an old school racer or a simple clean retro build as I have done. This car costs $615,000 stock and $815,000 with the Benny's upgrades on it. It can be resold for roughly $489,000. This is in my opinion one of the best Benny's cars to date. Alright guys, and this next one is a real twist for sure, especially for the car and for Benny's. The all new Bravado Yuga Classic 4x4. This is a dramatic upgrade for the original Yuga Classic, as it originally has a 70s cruise van feel, whereas now it's been turned into a 4x4 off-road machine. The interior definitely screams the 70s with a variety of different interiors including retro speakers and TVs. This van has a stock price of $195,000 and will cost you $1,288,000 altogether when you include the cost of the Benny's upgrade. This can be resold for about $772,800. This is definitely going to be fun to drive around the bouncy dunes. And now for one of the most surprising upgrades, the Declasse Yosemite Rancher. This is a complete opposite of the original Yosemite, as it's now an off-roader, and the original is practically touching the ground. This sells for a base price of a Yosemite, which is $485,000, but with the Benny's upgrades, this will set you back around $700,000. You can resell this for, funny enough, roughly $420,000. Finally, we have the Benefactor Glendale Custom. Now this car doesn't change dramatically, but it has a wide variety of new lowrider liveries, and with the Nebula rims, this thing looks pretty nice. I, of course, went for the retro stance approach, but this is definitely a good lowrider as well. This car stock will cost you $200,000, but the final cost with Benny's upgrades will cost you about $520,000, which is actually quite reasonable for what you're getting. And finally, selling this car will give you back roughly $312,000. Now from Legendary Motorsports, we have one of the best cars this update has to offer, the Coquette D10. This car is almost identical to its real-life counterpart, the Corvette C8, and sells for $1,510,000. The D10 can be resold for around $906,000. With this new amazing car and new selection of rims and tire design, I can say this car is looking ready to hit the track. Next is the Lampadati Tigon. This was one of the first cars to be leaked before the update had released, and I could personally say I'm not the biggest fan of it, but hey, to each their own. The Tigon is a Legendary Motorsports car, and it sells for a whopping $2.3 million and can be resold for $1,386,000. And yeah, once again, there's a reason why I don't have B-roll shots for this car either. The summer update also features two brand new Formula 1 cars, the Declasse DR1 selling for just shy of $3 million, and the Benefactor BR8 selling for $3.4 million. There isn't much to really be said about these two cars, as we've already had a Formula 1 car before, but perhaps maybe some more customizations. But let's just say there will be much more competition on the tracks. Okay guys, so that's everything you need to know about the cars. We can now move on to the other parts of this GTA 5 online update. Many of you may have a yacht and have used it in the past for hanging out with friends, and after a while stopped and thought to yourself, why did I buy this? What was the point? You can't do anything with it except get drunk and party, which you can do with a nightclub, but make money too. You can't really sell a yacht either when you buy it, so it's yours for good. Now Rockstar has added the brand new A Super Yacht Life missions. These missions can be played with up to 4 players. These missions include the following activities and rewards: missions involving deep sea diving and high speed action on the seas, missions that can be accessed from the bridge of the yacht or by calling the yacht captain and selecting request a job. Payout of these new missions is between $14,000 to $25,000, and host and complete all 6 missions to unlock a unique nautical outfit. Some other cool new additions to the jobs and categories have also been added to GTA 5 Online. They've added 9 new open wheel races and tracks, as well as the ability to create your own circuits with the new open wheel race creator. They've also improved the races quite a bit. These improvements will be listed on the screen. Feel free to pause the video and check them out. They've added an all new Diamond Adversary series as well. The following list of game modes will all take place in the Diamond Casino and Resort: Entourage, Every Bullet Counts, Hardest Target, Juggernaut, Kill Quota, Resurrection, Slasher, and finally, Trading Places. They have also added 2 new apartment garage slots, so you can now own 8 rather than 6 properties. There are 2 new arcade games, Acts of Fury, which is $666,000, and Cubed, which is $333,000. The arcade game Street Crimes Gang Wars Edition can now be played as a single-player game against AI enemies. As mentioned earlier, there are 50 new off-road tires in the off-road category and 30 new street tires in the street category. New stolen movie prop collectibles have been added to the game. This is a series series of props that Solomon hires you to collect. If you manage to return all 10 movie props to Solomon, you receive a special reward. Next on the list, a timer was added to the lucky wheel in the casino that tells you how long you have until you can spin the wheel again. And one of the most convenient things that they've added, and one of the things I thought should have been added a long time ago, you can now also return your personal vehicles to storage from the interaction menu without needing a motorcycle club to do so. All you do is go to your interaction menu, go to vehicles, and about halfway down you should see return personal vehicle to storage. There are also new spawn locations for Pegasus vehicles, so you don't need to travel across the city to get your vehicles anymore. There are also over 200 plus new articles of clothing, as well as variations for both male and female characters. Those annoying business calls from LJT have now been reduced to text messages only, so you no longer need to have to hang up on LJT anymore. And finally, there have been some other changes made, such as a number of quality of life improvements and bug fixes. Okay guys, and that is everything you need to know about this update. There have been rumors of the December update being substantially bigger than this one, so if you guys did go on to enjoy this video, please leave a like, subscribe for more gaming content, and comment down below if you guys would like to see me cover the update this coming December, as I did for the summer update. It's been your boy Kadawi, and as always guys, peace.